Captain's Log, Stardate 8298.3. After our unexpected detour in the Alpha Leti system, the Argo is about to arrive at Starbase 21, there to offload supplies for the base's refit. While we lay over, Commander von Wartburg and Commander Martel have detected a resistance latency in the isolinear buffers that will require a Level 1 diagnostic to trace down and repair. The starships Fairbanks, Artemis, and Athena are also expected to be in the immediate area, and while such a concentration of ships is unusual, hopefully it will afford a chance to speak with some of my fellow captains and hear some first-hand accounts that will flesh out the usual fleet reports. End log.
On the view screen, as you come out of warp, you see Starbase 21. It is currently a massive frame with certain sections kind of completed. As you itch closer, the various vessels that were indicated in the log are currently have taken orbit around the Starbase.
Lieutenant Mira, hail Starbase operations and find out what orbit they need us in.
Yes, Captain. Captain, they notified that to maintain a standard orbit around the outpost, they are relaying coordinates to us now.
Transfer those to Sonadell Station. Sonadell, make it so. Or Haran, that's right. Sonadell's not here right now.
And Haran does so.
Ever been out this far, sir? To this starbase, I mean.
No, I can't recall ever being this far in the galactic south. How about you?
Passed by when they were starting on it not that long ago. Mostly went out to the K7 station. But we'd hear about Starbase 21 now and again. Never had much cause to come this far. Come out this way, I should say.
It's kind of exciting to be right here on the edge of Federation space.
Aye, sir.
A lot of blank spaces in the map.
Well, actually, sir, there's a lot of stars and some distant anomalies that can be seen from deep space telescopes and sensor arrays. It's not quite so blank.
Well, you know what I mean, number one. Unexplored.
Aye, sir. And... Couldn't help myself, sir.
That's all right. Now we'll wander over to lean on the rail behind Wartburg.
Yeah, I'm just coordinating our data with the Starbase, see if there's any new updates from the patrols in the region. Probably nothing major, but you never know. Someone could have found something out here that we didn't, or some new advisory from the Starfleet Science.
So what's this level 1 diagnostic going to do with us?
Oh, well, it basically means we're going to have to shut down a lot of the systems so we can have people manually hand inspect them and then go through the lower diagnostics and check them otherwise. Means a lot of science and engineering are going to be crawling around in different sections. We won't be shutting down the entire ship at once just because that's not practical, but we have to sit down. I have a schedule worked out with the chief, and we should have a fairly thorough check of the entire ship from bow to stern, but it's going to take a bit. It might take, if we can get some help from the station, that'd be great, but I don't know if they can spare anyone to help us, if we want the help for that matter, given what we're looking for.
Fair enough.
Do you know any of the captains in the region, sir? Maybe someone that you know?
Do I, GM? That information was in chat last time, but I'll be danged if I could find it. I'll have to retype it.
Probably not.
Lots of ships out here.
Yeah. Why don't you pull up their dossiers? Let's get a look.
Aye, sir.
And number one, see if there any connection with any of these captains and Admiral Marcus anywhere down the line.
Aye, sir. Actually, you might want to put Die on that for more up-to-date security briefs. Most of the stuff, most of my connections are more of the unspoken words. I'll ask around, but if you want more forensic examination, you'll need a security expert.
All right, number one, make it so then.
Then Die.
She glances over. Yes, sir.
I'm going to be sending over the name. I want you to check over the credentials and dossiers of the captains in this region of space, and have a report up to the captain as soon as you're able.
Yes, sir.
Also, be sure to have those security teams I asked for stationed at the the level 1 diagnostic areas. Make sure everything stays. When we check things, nothing gets moved around while we're checking it.
Yes, sir.
Very good. Captain, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to start making some subspace communications.
Carry on, number one.
Aye, sir. To try to keep an eye out. Try not to let the captain know if there's anything odd. Don't think anything's going to be out here, but never hurts. I'll leave the bridge at that point.
All right, we'll resolve Die's thing here. So give me reason plus security, difficulty 1. Assisted by these ships' computers plus security.
Reason plus security. Give me a second here. Come on, thing.
Ship help at all?
Yeah.
Makes it-
Oh, someone's got
Computers.
it.
I have to type this stuff up, so give me a minute on this. So free roleplay while I do this, because it's gonna be a lot of information.
Time to go on walkabout to avoid the free roleplay.
So, has anybody got any interesting plans while we're here?
Not sure how much of the Starbase will be functioning. Look at it. It looks like they've reduced it mostly to its superstructure.
So, I guess there's no working bars.
Dr. Azonin, I have learned that where sailors are concerned, whether they be of stars or sea, there's always a bar somewhere.
I just thought it might be a good place for us all to meet. Less uniform, so somewhere to relax.
Well, we'll see what Starfleet has in store after we offload the equipment for 21. I'm just hoping we have enough time to complete the level 1 diagnostic, but you never know.
You never can.
Well, we do seem to be possible.
How are things looking in Medbay, Doctor?
Medbay's been happily quiet. Nothing more than a couple of minor burns and contusions, so we are doing quite well.
Excellent.
I've actually got most of the staff at this present moment restocking and making sure everything's fine for the next incident.
May it be.
A long time away.
Indeed. But Doctor, I had been wanting to speak with you about a rather long-term project.
Yes, sir.
Seeing as how it seems that Orions are going to be a people that we are dealing with on a fairly regular basis, I was wondering if there is any way that you know of that to develop a more natural resistance to Orion pheromones, in case one or more of us should get.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
In case the shot doesn't work or you start to run out, most tolerances come up from actual exposure. Human body, if you take so much of a toxin, will start to get used to it after a while. It's like if you stop eating meat. For the first couple of days, you may feel ill because your stomach won't want to adapt it for just a salad diet. But after, say, 2 or 3 days, your body adapts and it'll take just as much nourishment out of the salad as it would the steak. I can have a check to see if I can speed up that resistance, but without exposure, I don't think your body would automatically come to naturally create a defense.
But would exposure have to necessarily be at full strength, or could it be something like vaccination, where a dead or weakened form of the bacteria or organism is
I can
introduced?
certainly. Well, that would be my lines of thinking, so I could be certainly running through that as well as other lines. Try to make the antidote themselves last a bit longer. Look at changing some of the molecules around the antidote, see if I can make it a bit stronger. But obviously, it takes a while for them kind of things to happen, so it would be a long-term project, as you said.
Of course. See what you can come up with, Doctor, and see if you can come up with some sort of regimen or protocol just in case.
Of course, Captain.
As for your task, Doctor, that's probably going to be an ongoing. I'll have to come up with some rules behind that. So you just have to
Okay,
remind
no
me.
problem. No problem.
Wolfgang, what were you up to?
I was contacting some friends in intelligence to see if there's any unspoken words about the Fairbank, Artemis, and Athena and their relevant captains, and probably looking into to see if there's any word about stuff happening at Starbase 21. Nothing on the official stuff. More asking people I know who I know could probably tell me something. And he's doing that from his office, so he's not like letting the whole bridge see, like, hey, this is Officer so and so from intelligence. Like, they probably wouldn't appreciate me doing that. Also, reading up some information that Dai forwarded to me as I wait for certain space communications to connect, because some of them might be busy. They might not have time for me. I'm the one who's bopping around at a subspace console going, hey, how are you doing? You know, like,
Who
I'm
wouldn't
busy,
have
go
time for
away.
you?
Yeah. And also, since I have the file that Dai pulled up, I'm also going to compare to make sure that to see if there's any discrepancies between the two. Like, there's everything lines up, or everything's like, no, everything's strange.
While you guys discuss the information I gave you, I'll be right back.
Captain?
Yes, number one.
Did some poking around. Looks like Captain's all check out from my end. Seem to be doing similar. They're on similar mission profiles as we are. Resupply, check in with the station. Station seems to be just refitting itself to full capacity since there's going to be more ships in this area. And did you get Dai's report?
Not yet.
Oh, here. I pull it up on a pad and I almost gave it to the wrong person on a different ship. That would have been my rank. You sent it to who now? That person isn't even alive yet.
Here we go.
So Fairbank here, Rodier, 10 years command. Been on the frontier for the last 2. Lee has been holding the Artemis for the last 3. He was on the Kelvin before that, so pretty decent pedigree there. Doesn't have any known ties. And Manfra here for the Athena. About 7 years, more of a diplomat negotiator type captain. If I were to be super paranoid, I might suspect Lee just because he's new. But then again, there's a lot of ships out here, and no one's really talking about anything too weird. Current threat profile is Orion pirates mainly, which not unusual. The further out you get from patrol routes, the more pirate bands like to push out to the just beyond the frontier or just at the edges to pick away at the shipping lanes.
Understood. Good work, Dai.
Thank you, sir.
Commander,
Doctor.
Doctor?
I've been thinking maybe we're going about it in the wrong way, looking at the connections to Marcus. Marcus would have a type of person that he would look for. Somebody with a certain set of skills, somebody who'd be able to fit in. Rather than looking for a connection through files, look at the people themselves. Like what they're psychologically like.
I agree. That's why I tried to look into see what kind of reputation they had in the intelligence community, but there's nothing like firsthand assessments. Did you have any shore leave in particular planned, Doctor, or any projects you were looking to do?
Well, I've got the project from the captain, but that obviously can wait until we set off if you need me now.
Project, sir? I look at the captain.
Just a little backup plan I'm having the doctor look into for me. Not even sure if it's possible, so we shall see.
Well then, Doctor, when you have the time, I would appreciate if you and or Dae looked into meeting with the captains of the other ships. They're probably going to be on standby for a little bit, and see if you can get a feel, not just for the captain, of course, but for the staff. As you say, sometimes it's not the nail that sticks out, that's the one that trips you.
Yes, sir. Is there any type of profile you think we should look for? What type of officer that he'd be interested in?
Well, it's hard to say. I don't have enough of a psych profile on Marcus yet myself. But if I were to take people, I'd want someone who's new, not too new. You don't want them fresh out of academy because then they're likely to be still a believer in the fleet. But someone who may be a little more disenchanted, disillusioned with the fleet, but still a decent enough rank that they actually are useful. I mean, getting a crewman to do something isn't helpful unless they're in a targeted area, which that may be beyond. That's why you might want Dai, because Dai might be able to assess certain security threats. But you might see, or perceive certain psychological tells. Or you may have an expert in your department that can advise you in that effect.
Of course, sir.
But nothing official. We really don't have a whole lot of scope to be asking too many questions, so just be careful. Last thing I need to see a report that a doctor asked too many forward questions of senior officers.
Yes. So I should start with, are you a spy, sir?
That wouldn't be my first go. I would suggest that, no.
Okay, I'll leave that to the last one.
Lieutenant Mira, please contact the repair yard at Starbase 21 and see if they are able to help us with our tractor beam.
Oh, we've not. I'm surprised we still have that damage, sir.
Well,
It's
it was
right.
completely destroyed, number one.
Yeah, I was hoping we'd be able to get it fixed, but there's only so much we can get the engineer. There's only so many miracles we can ask the department to pull off.
True enough, and it's an awfully big spare to have in the holds.
Mm-hmm. Aye, sir.
Starbase 20 confirms that there is a spare tractor beam, but they cannot provide crews to install it. They do have some available worker bees that could be used.
Ugh. Welcome to the frontier, Captain. Do it yourself. Not you particular, sir.
Well, let's see. With Mr. Martell down with the Denoblian flu, it may be something that Sonadell and myself and Lieutenant Anders may have to take care of. Haggard to Anders.
Sorry, I'm eating.
Okay.
I am too. Don't feel
Stop
bad.
that. Stop eating.
Okay.
Who said you could eat?
Anders here.
Anders, contact Starbase 21's yard dogs. They have a tractor beam emitter, but they can't spare any personnel. Best they can do is maybe some worker bees. Coordinate with Lieutenant Sonadell to get the piloting and whatever else you might need, and I'm available too should you need an extra hand to carry a wrench here or there.
Understood, sir. I will get in touch with Starbase 21 and see if I can't get that replacement part over here.
Very well. Carry on. Haggard out.
I've always wanted to pilot a worker bee, she says sarcastically.
Well, we have 4 in the shuttle bay storage. You're welcome at any time you want.
Oh.
Nice.
They're not
Hey,
very
Haran, you
exciting.
want to drag race in them? She looks at Ensign Haran. Want to race in them?
No drag racing in Starfleet equipment. Not without the captain's
yes,
orders.
sir. Or the captain's participation, maybe? She kind of smiles.
We'll see.
We're going to need a judge.
Ensign Mira, could you make sure to contact the other ships? Let them know that we might be request permission to board for recreation and visiting. Since we're all out here, we might as well socialize, huh?
The captain clears his throat and catches Wolfgang's eye and taps his rank insignia and kind of significantly looks at Mira.
And looks at her shoulder.
She's got Lieutenant JG pips now.
That was very rude of me, Lieutenant.
Or they're not pips, whatever they are, bars.
The badge, yeah. The risk when you get too used to things.
True enough.
Oh God, am I going to get demoted if I ever make Lieutenant Commander? She says.
Maybe. I have a memory like that.
I believe it, Commander.
Captain, both the Athena and Fairbank have signaled that they are departing within the next couple hours.
The Fairbanks. Very well, Lieutenant. My compliments to Captains Manfra and Rodier. And see if each of them can spare a moment to speak with me by secure channel. Number one, I want the results of the results of where you found the Marcus infection ready for me to transmit over to these other captains. I have a feeling that we're not the only ship that may be so infected.
So that's going to be a reason plus engineering difficulty 3 to kind of figure out this protocol.
Well, but I figured we knew where it was in our systems, and so could go, look, this is where it tends to lurk.
This is more of a detailed analysis. Like, you found parts of it earlier.
That's why we're doing the level 1 to pin down exactly and
Right.
tear it out precisely so we don't damage something that's useful.
Reason engineering difficulty 3, eh? That might... What's your reason like, Sonadell?
Let's find out. Less than yours, Captain, I assure you.
I know what that. Mine's a 7.
Mine's a 7.
You two need to take more classes.
That's why we have you around, Commander.
Sir, I am only here to fly things.
And I'm no engineer.
Let's see. And Anders is in the middle of things, kind of. You know what that means?
Probably talk to Paz and hammer down the files with him.
Nope, her reason's just as bad as ours.
I don't mind taking a crack at it, Captain.
That's okay, so is Anders. So yeah, you're probably, besides Anders, the best one for it, Sonadell.
Okie dokie then.
And he just
Let's
has you
do
by
some
1 point of engineering.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually,
Yeah.
I think Miro would be more qualified than me, sir.
Yep. Excellent. Lieutenant Mira. See if you can't pull that data together for me.
Yes, sir. So it's difficulty 3. She does have a focus because she has a focus in computers.
Nice.
Trying to remember what Open and Insightful does because that's in the beta book.
It's when you help someone else with an insider reason roll, you
That's right.
get a bonus die and stuff. It's a great talent. You just have to be the one assisting is the problem.
I don't think technical expertise applies here. Well,
Ship's systems.
yeah, but I'm not allowing the ship to assist in this matter because the ship would be technically fighting back.
Yeah, fair enough.
So yeah, so she's rolling 2 dice.
She could always give you threat for a third.
Is that what you want me to do?
Everybody else does. Does she have bold or cautious or anything?
She has cautious engineering.
Sad
Oh, yeah.
face.
Yeah.
Yeah, spend a threat, I'd say. Is it possible either Sonadell or myself could assist her looking over the files?
I'll allow
Assist the computer.
1 assist.
Sonadell, I think you have a better shot at it than I do because I know my engineering's garbage.
Sir. Yes, sir. And she will walk over and look at it with her.
Hey.
Hey, she got it.
Oh, nice. Well, let's see what happens with.
Complication.
Yeah.
Oh.
At least it wasn't a conflict.
Yeah, really.
I don't feel like role playing this out, but what I will do is I'm assuming the commander was there overwatching, so I will give this to the commander and Sonadell.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what I thought.
wow. Sonadell just has a crinkled nose, like, oh.
Yeah, level 1 diagnostic is going to be is what we're going to have to do. That's going to be a pain.
We're Oh, I really wish Martel wasn't sick.
Yeah.
I would suggest we do it before we do anything else.
Yeah, well, that's why we wanted to do it in Stardock. It's one of those things that you don't want to be doing in open space. To loop you in, Captain, it does appear that the protocol is into the base code of the computer core, which means we have to complete rewrite of the code, which means level 1 diagnostic is the only way we're getting at it because we have to shut everything off to make sure it doesn't spread elsewhere. So anything the computer touches, that's it. We'll have to shut it off. We can pass on the information to everyone else, but I don't know how keen the other captains are going to be, especially ones leaving to sit idle in space while they're tearing the ship apart.
Fair enough, but they should know about it. Mira, if you could arrange for some secure communications to Captains Rodier and Manfra, and see if Captain Lee might be available to meet either on the Starbase or my ship or his.
Understood, sir. With that, Mira says, Captain, I can put the secure channel in your ready room.
Thank you, Lieutenant. Number 1, you have the bridge.
And on your small little view screen comes up, it's got a split between a female captain. God, what did I have? All right. And an older gentleman. You know, they greet themselves. And they ask what this private communication is all about.
I appreciate you taking the time as you're preparing to leave, Captains. We've discovered something troubling in the Argo's computer code. I'm transmitting the information to you now. There is some sort of protocol that for certain trigger words or actions or encounters, I'm not sure, but it enables the complete shutdown of ship systems, rendering them under control of a third party. When the Argo encountered it, this was Fleet Admiral Marcus of Starfleet Intelligence, who proceeded to attempt to give my first officer illegal orders, including genocide. Unfortunately, this protocol appears to be buried so deeply in the source code of our main operating system that the only way we can get rid of it is by going to a level 1 diagnostic and rewriting some of the base code. But I have a feeling that we are likely not the only ship in the fleet that has been so infected. So I might advise you to scan your systems and see if, just in case, your vessels have been infected as well.
This is troubling news, Captain, says Captain Rodner.
Indeed, and believe me when I tell you that it's much more troubling when, in the middle of an action, everything goes suddenly quite dark. I don't know what the original purpose of this code was, how long it's been here, but if it's in the base operating system, it's probably been there for quite some time. But obviously, Admiral Marcus still monitors such situations. But I don't like the control of my ship suddenly being jerked out from under my feet with no good reason, and with no regulations or Federation law to back it up. And I thought you might share such feelings.
Both kind of nod in agreement that they don't like someone hijacking their ship.
I hope that I'm being paranoid, of course, but if your investigations should find similar viruses embedded in your systems, I would appreciate you letting me know. We need to find out exactly how far all of this goes.
We'll delay our departure, Captain. Just run a few diagnostics on the system to see if this code is within our own computer mainframe.
Thank you, Captains, and thank you for your time.
And both of them acknowledged, signing
Right.
out Fairbank and Athena.
right, and I'll see if Mira has anything from Captain Lee yet.
Captain Lee's currently tied up, so I've been informed by the first officer.
Fair enough.
He's engaged in some, according to his first officer, engaged in certain recreational activities.
Ah, well, we all deserve a little leave from time to time. Have him get back in touch with me as soon as he's able, if you would.
Understood, sir.
I'll head back to the bridge. Number one, what do we need to do to get ready for the level 1 diagnostic?
Oh, systematic shutting down of all systems and working through section by section until we get to the main core. But we're going to have to shut down the main core first, so anything the computer's connected to is going to be shut off. In that event, since we're going to be on manual, I'd only have vital personnel to the ship, and the rest be put off to the station, just so the ship doesn't have to use as much power, and there's a lot less people to have to look after. And a lot of systems people can't do anyway, like science labs, computer labs, stuff like that will basically not work because computers will be down.
Fair enough. Lieutenant Mira, is Starbase 21 taking on shore leave parties at this time?
Minimal parties, Captain. They don't have the recreation facilities, and there's only a few amount of shops.
See if you can't get me in touch with the commander of Starbase 21 and put it on the main screen.
You okay?
Yeah, whoever that was.
I think it was the doctor.
I sneezed.
Oh, it was Dae. Okay, cool.
Okay. As long as nobody's choking to death online.
It's
As entertaining as that would be, please
that's
do it on your
different.
own time.
Let's
That's a different
not
channel. You have to pay for that one.
Yeah.
so.
let's not dive into that. Pop it in now, sir.
Who's on the screen?
On the screen appears a commander in rank.
Species, gender.
Cyborg.
God, why does it
male-
matter?
Male
Sexist
human.
Okay.
This is Commander Holt. What can I do for you?
Commander Holt, I know you're busy currently, and I hate to lay more on you, but besides our tractor beam, we need to perform a level 1 diagnostic on our computer core. I understand your recreational facilities are largely out of order. However, I would like to be able to put non-essential personnel aboard the station while we complete this diagnostic.
How many are we talking about, Captain?
I'm going to quirk an eyebrow at number 1.
About, and he rattles off a number that he would know and I don't, but a significant amount of people if the player's memory serves.
You have a crew of 750. It just depends on how many of that you're thinking.
Well, we'd probably keep a lot of the computer people.
I would say probably scientists, like botanists and stuff, scientists. So, and leaving 30 or 40 people on the ship, mostly engineering. I mean, that's my guess.
I'd say lowest number we can get away with that wouldn't get in the way is about 562, 63 some people. If we keep the core, if we keep most of the science and engineering departments, maybe some of the flight.
Looks like around 550 people.
Well, I think we can accommodate that. Currently, if you wish to maneuver the ship into, we do only have one working docking ring, but we do also need to unload those supplies that are on your vessel.
Fair enough, and that will get us in a good position to replace the tractor beam emitter as well after the diagnostic.
Anything
So-
else, Captain?
No, you've been quite generous. We'll lay in for docking here shortly.
Very good. I'll inform comms to give you clearance to dock at docking ring 1.
Understood, Commander. Argo out.
And the screen goes blank.
That was me not that long ago.
Come again?
My previous command, sir.
No. Oh, that's right.
Aye, sir.
Sorry, I was trying to spice it up a little bit.
No, that's great.
No, you're not allowed to have fun. Stop that.
Citadel, as soon as we get clearance, make for docking ring 1. Secure to the Starbase. Begin number 1, then we'll begin unloading supplies, and then we will move into the diagnostic. Some of the crew we're offloading could help where possible with supply unloading. Let's get this done.
Okay, Sanado, give me a control con difficulty 1, assisted by the ship's engines plus con, just to make sure you don't run into anything. You know what? I'm gonna up the complication range to 2.
It is a half put together station.
Engines con.
Fine. Threat for a third dice. And I'm gonna re-roll that complication.
Hey.
Here goes the ship.
You're welcome.
5 momentum.
Bam.
Wow. That's crazy town.
She just kind of does this with one hand and is yawning in the other one.
Commander, senior staff will stay aboard. I want all of us issued with communicators and Type 2 phasers, just in case Lieutenant Dai's concerns about a agent turn out to be true. Equip section heads of the department staying aboard similarly. And Dai, let's keep a security team aboard as well. People you can trust.
Yes, sir.
Captain, might I also make a suggestion? It might just be a waste of time, but having she thinks for a minute. Having an empath when people are coming off that, and then she said, "Never mind, Captain. That was a dumb idea. My apologies."
Lieutenant, we're going to need you to be replacing that tractor beam while we're doing things as well.
I was speaking there. She smiles and says, "Commander, there's more than one empath here," and then she kind of eyes Dai a little bit.
Oh, I would never interfere in the workings of the security department, whether they do something that keeps the ship safe in a certain way. As long as it doesn't violate Starfleet protocols, I'd see no reason for myself or the captain to step in at that time.
Dai, that'd be opening yourself up to a lot of people in a very short amount of time.
If you would like me to, sir, so I can do that.
Do you think it's worthwhile?
I could pick from the crowd someone who has malicious thoughts, someone who's suspicious. I could make a list. It would be probably a big list.
Hmm. Maybe then we should concentrate on keeping an empathic eye out, if you will, on those remaining aboard the ship. It seems to me that anybody, any agent or saboteur, would, by hook or by crook, put themselves in a position to remain behind, whether as part of a team that we expect to stay behind or illicitly. That's a lot fewer people.
If you give the reason for meeting with crew members, it won't create too much anxiety, but anxiety for the individual that is hiding amongst us. She says they can be picked out a lot easier.
Well, we can't really have one-on-one meeting. Have you have meetings with the crew during this? I mean, this is going to be an all hands who remain kind of situation with the diagnostic. But I don't see any reason that security can't be kind of on hand in the most sensitive areas, and any reason why the security chief might not be patrolling about, just in case, you understand.
Sure, Captain. You want me to stay aboard the ship then?
Your senior staff, Lieutenant.
Type 2s all around.
And Doctor,
Yes, sir.
keep a medical team too, just in case, not only for potential spies, but an operation like this always has its potential for accidents.
Injuries and yes, of course, sir.
Telepathically, Dae gets, yeah, Paz may stick her hand in an electro power converter again.
What were you going to volunteer for? She says in your head.
I'm going to be worker being it up and working on the tractor beam. She's
How delightful. You know those things aren't good for anything but one thing.
Drag racing.
drag racing and running into moons. She's
I'm surprised you didn't have more fun in Academy.
Too busy coming up with flight strategies that captains seem to like, she says in her mind, but looks at her and winks, and then looks back at Haggard. But
All right, people, let's get to it.
yes, sir.
I can spell organize, apparently. Don't mind me.
Commander
It's
Dyer.
organized.
So I'm assuming you guys are wanting to create an advantage by putting this ship in a level 1 diagnostic while you do all this.
Right.
Let's see.
Okay.
I
This is
guess.
I'm assuming this is that's what you're after.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a reason, no, not reason. Control plus engineering. This will be assisted by the ship's computers plus engineering, difficulty 2.
Does anybody want to play Anders? He's our engineer tonight.
I can make it my problem if no one else does.
Whatever's fine. I usually play him, but I think
I'll make
the
him your
captain...
problem. Go ahead. I won't fight you.
No, I'm just saying I think the captain's going to have stuff to do. So if anybody's just burning to play or just wants to play a secondary.
I'll play Anders.
Cool.
I'm
He's almost a full character. He's almost the equivalent of a full player character. He's one of the most well-developed ones we got. So
supporting crew Anders. Anything I should especially know about him? Temperament.
Wasn't
Oh,
Anders the guy who was like the expert on like 20th century stuff or whatever? Or am I thinking?
Yeah.
Oh, you're thinking
yes.
no, that you're thinking of the Sarek game.
Oh, that is, yeah.
Yeah.
That was.
Oh,
that was,
yeah.
yeah,
Maybe this guy's into it too. Leave me alone.
Anders has always been played as sort of as very competent, but kind of hesitant in speech.
Okay.
You know, but I mean, he's a badass, particularly when it comes to transporters.
Cool.
Can he be assisted in this task?
The ship's assisting with computers engineering.
Okay.
Command, presence, team dynamics as a focus. Yes. It's diff 1. I'll spend a momentum. Why not? Well, I made it. Oh,
My command rolls last night. You managed to organize the teams in an orderly fashion to help get the supplies that's needed for the starbase onto the starbase, as well as them filling out.
Can I roll a roll for security to, I don't know, and heighten security and make it, so that if people are doing weird stuff in the ship, my people will catch it? Like if they were sneaking around and stuff, it'd be harder for them to sneak around.
improve security footing or something like that.
Yeah, like a roll, like if I had so many successes, maybe it'll be harder for them. They have to get so many successes to beat it or something. I don't know.
Yes, that's fine. There won't be any momentum gained out of the roll, though, just so you're aware. So you're pretty much setting the difficulty on this.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I'm cool with that. Or even making an advantage or something. I don't know.
This will be it. It's not it wouldn't be an advantage, just a difficulty set. For
Like an opposed roll.
It's essentially like if someone wanted to sneak around the ship, the security teams would spot them if it failed.
Cool.
But that's going to be a control plus security.
Control plus.
Do you want a determination dump that, or hang on to that for later? Because we do have 3 momentum on the board. I might be able to I could give you the determination back. I don't know if you want to do that though.
Because the higher you score, the better.
Yeah.
But not on my shift.
Well, that's what I mean. If you spend that toward the, if you spend your determination, I could spend 3 momentum and you keep the determination point.
Yeah, I'd be happy to do that, brah. For sure.
What you call me? No.
What'd you
Respect
say?
you, brah. No.
Mein Herr Commander.
And I'll
whoa.
I love it. I have a token ready for that too.
I'm going to say it won't. I won't take that 1 value, but I'll take Starship is a home that's crew of family.
I like that one.
You also need to fill in another value because you challenged one last week, which forgot to put in not.
Oh yeah, that one.
Yeah. Don't be a hero. That was my suggestion.
Don't do it alone. I don't know. Don't.
Oh no, my Apple ID is being attacked. I should do something. Yeah. Okay.
Don't be a hero.
Thanks, computer. Thank you.
Okay.
So get control security, and you're setting the difficulty.
So minimum 2 at least. So hooray.
Okay.
Should make it presence security, but for the organization part, but
control can cover like precise orders and stuff.
All right, so difficulty 4.
It's my family.
That's
I must
pretty good.
protect them.
Have fun sneaking around.
No hanky panky on my captain's ship.
That's all you're catching is just people trying to have romances, and you're just breaking it up all the time. But guys, I'm doing something important. Please stop.
So, Commander, we've stopped 3 people in worker bees and people in
It's
Jeffrey's
like,
tubes.
I'm trying to do something important. Yes, so am I. And you keep on stopping me. I've been 3 places on this ship.
It's the same couple.
The other one looks,
I'm in the middle of Pond Far. Killing me
the other one
here.
looks at her partner and goes, "Wow, security's really good."
Oh.
Glad you showed up, GM. Anyway, no. Yes,
Thanks,
we don't
Brax,
kill the crew.
for the roll.
So we didn't break the ship. Sunadel didn't break the ship.
Seeing if we catch anybody, I think.
Oh,
I don't know what he's doing. I was just making it up.
Div 2 control engineering for Anders. Oh shoot.
Ships, computers, engineering, if I remember. Ooh, no help there. He does have determination.
Does he? Oh yeah, we've used him a lot. Yeah.
And 2 values, yeah.
Oh, does it apply? Yeah. Could spend into get the job done, maybe. But you're controlling them, dude. So if you wanna let it lie, save that for another roll. Because I did my one thing, and we don't have the momentum to do that. I can't do that again.
So essentially, if the stands, you're not going to have the advantage. You'll go into level 1 diagnostic. It's just you won't get the advantage from it.
I'm thinking we're probably going to need the advantage.
But you might need it for the roll later.
Well, okay. Why don't I use my captain's superpower and give Anders my determination? Since I picked up veteran, that gives me a shot at least of getting it back.
Yeah.
So, yeah, let's do that, and then Azonin, you can re-roll.
It would only been 1 dice.
Still though.
I'll take the first one, so you get 1 momentum out of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the computer goes into a level 1 diagnostic for all systems.
Yay, and I get the determination back.
All right. So Sando, I'm assuming you have left the ship and went to.
Yep.
All right.
I'm in a worker B. Yep.
All right.
I'll just remove myself from the bridge.
So Sando, there's an extended task to replace the tractor beam. So this is going to be a difficulty 3. Yeah. Work 12, magnitude 3, resistance 1. Is control plus engineering. Since you're in a worker B, you get an advantage. You can use that advantage for either lowering the difficulty by 1, remove 1 point of resistance, or a complication.
I think I'm going to use the use it to lower the difficulty.
Okay. So difficulty be set as 2 for the advantage. With the worker
Would
bee?
this counts as a shipboard tactical system?
No.
Not like that? Okay.
Nope.
Fair enough. Take a threat.
It has begun.
Unfortunately though, this is an engineering task, so your con score will not apply. So miracle
Yep.
worker will not miracle worker, but
I know.
multitasking
Bold.
will
Neither
multitasking
my
will
bold con.
multitasking will not apply here. Because you're actively repairing.
Yep, and I got it because I put it down to difficulty 2.
Roll 5 challenge dice.
Yep.
That is 3 work done.
I'm gonna re-roll those 2 zeros. Sorry, guys. All right.
So
It
that's
is 5. I think.
that's 6 work done. It was a total of 7. Minus 1
Awesome
resistance.
sauce.
So that's 1 breakthrough. Difficulty goes down to 1.
Yep.
Cat marked the ship again.
Alright, you gain 1 momentum, so you're at 2 momentum total. 5 challenge dice, please.
Ooh,
Re-rolling those.
So you're down to 1 momentum.
I gained a momentum, so I'm using that.
Right, but you're at 1 total momentum right now.
oof.
So that is only 1 work done.
Yep.
This is taking a lot longer, and I'm spending 2 threat here.
Anybody who's listening into the worker bee conversations are just hearing her curse Martel for getting sick.
You lose 4 on the work track.
Yep.
Some of the hull plating on the ship kind of tore off a little bit as you were trying to replace the emitter.
Please don't
You know-
scratch my ship, Lieutenant.
I'm sorry, the lieutenant commander didn't have it welded properly in place, sir.
Unfortunately, the ship is on a level 2 diagnostic and comms are down.
Level 1, yeah. But see, I had us equipped with communicators, handheld communicators.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, after
Alright.
last night, I'm not sure that matters or not.
Got 1.
5 challenge dice, please.
There you go.
So that is 6 on the work track. That puts it up to 9. That it's another breakthrough. Difficulty is 0, but I'm spending 2 threat to keep the difficulty at 1.
And I'm going to re-roll those 2. Sorry, guys. Do we have the momentum to do that?
You are out of momentum.
Oh, well then I don't do that.
No, you had 1 momentum. You'll be out of momentum.
Oh, okay. Cool. I'm gonna re-roll 22 challenge dice.
Nice.
Yep.
So that's 5. That will complete the task. Not a pretty patchwork, but you got the job done.
I'm also not technically an engineer, so I think I did pretty damn good.
Well, considering it's a repair that usually the yard dogs at the Starbase would do.
All right, but while you're doing that, the crew on the ship, they're dealing with another issue. This is another extended task. Because of the advantage with the level 1 diagnostic, I did have this at difficulty 5, so I actually messed up on the graph. But will be a difficulty 4. Work is 18. Magnitude is 4. And the resistance is 3.
Okay, sounds okay.
This is also going to be a interval, so this is timed. So you have to complete this during the computer maintenance cycle before the computer comes back up online. So you will only have 4 attempts at this, total of 8 intervals.
And you can reduce the number of intervals used by spending 1 momentum if you get to that point.
Yeah, I need to ask Ed on that because there's a talent that does the same thing, and I can't find anywhere in the book on that. But in any case, this is going to be a control plus engineering. There is no assist from the ship.
Can character assist?
1 character can assist on this.
That will be me then. Yeah, I think Haggard's probably the best choice. And yeah, Anders, this is a good one to burn the determination on.
Straight away. And then just try to get the momentum to fight our way through it.
Yeah, and I mean, if you want to give him threat for extra dice, it's not a bad idea either. Control engineering.
Well, I've got cautious, so it's probably better just to do a standard roll first time with the determination, and then try to get the extras with the cautious, because I don't get anything for both.
It's your call.
I'll burn my determination and roll flat on the first one. And it's get the job done as a value.
Difficulty is 4.
Okay, there's
I
3.
got 5.
5,
I'll burn
right?
my
Yeah.
determination 5.
I don't have a focus, so let me click that off.
Does he have computers for a focus?
No. I said I don't have a focus. Yeah.
No, Anders.
Oh, he doesn't. I just looked at his focuses there. I thought it was.
Yeah. So that's actually a 1.
So it's 2 1s.
You got 4 plus 1 is 5.
So yeah, you gain 1 momentum out of that. 7 challenge dice, please.
Although, actually, since this is another activation, we could give him computer's focus. Just saying.
I'll allow it, but not for that roll. It will apply to the next roll.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Because you're just now giving him the focus.
Yep, should have thought about it.
Yeah, no problem.
That is 2 work done.
Instead of re-rolling, I'll keep the momentum spot on the next roll.
2 work?
Because
the resistance is 3.
Resistance is 3.
You could put the you could spend the momentum to either re-roll those 2 or to put for piercing, which would ignore the resistance. Yeah.
What I was thinking is getting the extra on and trying to keep the momentum up, so we have we always hit the target, so we do it that way rather than.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but if we do the piercing, then you've got a breakthrough, which will bring down the
No, it won't.
difficulty. Oh, it won't?
And only put the piercing will only get you 2 more work.
Oh, okay. Never mind then.
I'll spend the momentum if I can. 5.
All right. Okay. So 1 momentum gained so far.
Wrong character. Okay, there we go.
2 momentum gained. 7 challenge dice, please.
Reroll the 4 with the 1.
Hey, pup.
That's
And then-
4 work done. So that puts you up to 6 total work. No breakthroughs.
And then
Keep in mind,
We
you
are.
only have 2 more attempts at this.
If you spend that momentum for extra work, that'll bring you up to 5 and a breakthrough.
okay, and I'll just
All right. Difficulty goes down to 3.
All right, and the captain will give Anders his determination.
Okay.
For the captain superpower, you roll my
He-
challenge dice.
job done. So there's 5 on that one.
So that's 3 successes.
Which with the breakthrough should meet the difficulty, correct?
It meets the difficulty. Just you need to roll captain to see if you
Right.
get a momentum.
Nope.
Nope. No momentum.
whammies.
So that's 3 work on the work track. So that puts it at 10.
Oof.
You have 1 more attempt at this.
I'll take a threat. See if I can get enough. See if I can win momentum just by flat rolling it.
Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's balls to the wall. So
Take the
give him
take
6
the
threat or
6.
whatever, and roll every dice you can.
5.
It's 2 momentum gained. So the
All right.
captain. Three total momentum gain. Roll 7 challenge dice.
Nice.
Might as well re-roll that one just in case.
Yeah.
That's 3 work done. Total.
So what is the piercing? You get how many points of piercing per momentum?
2.
2.
So you need 5 total work to complete the work to get 2 breakthroughs. But the
So-
issue is you're only gonna have it's a magnitude of 4.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we don't have enough breakthroughs to meet the magnitude.
Even if we
Still, the
complete.
work track just gets us 1 of the mag.
That sucks.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No, it's
I didn't
okay. It's
roll
not
that
you.
bad.
It's roll
That's a hard
20.
roll. That's a hard roll.
It's roll 20.
Hard task, I should say.
Yeah.
So my question is, though, the only way you're going to gain another attempt at this is you're going to have to spend 2 momentum.
Yeah, I think that's what we're going to have to do. Wolfgang,
But you had
see?
you had 3 momentum. I did not count the extra work because that would not have helped you.
Mm-hmm.
So my advice: spend it on piercing instead. Spend the
Mhm.
2 to gain an extra chance at this, because that will bring it to a total of 15. For the
Okay.
work. That will give you a breakthrough.
Div comes back down to like 2.
Yes, the difficulty will go down to 2 this way.
Okay.
And then spend the threat again.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna throw that threat though back at you.
Of course.
Complication range is going to go to total of 4 for this next task.
That's just vicious. Trust me from last night. That sucks.
Well. Okay, now.
Hey, you got the difficulty.
You got difficulty. There's going to be 6 kinds of complications. True, but
Come on, Captain. Give us enough so we can buy our way out of it. Give her 2.
So that's 1 momentum.
Yeah. So much momentum. No.
I mean, it's complication range 4, man. Trust me.
That's a natural 20, by the way.
Yeah.
So,
that was the
Wouldn't-
doctor's hell last night.
so go ahead and roll 7 challenge dice for me.
That's 5 work. That's a breakthrough.
It's 4 work.
You mean 5 work?
5 work. Resistance.
Okay.
3.
All right. Resistance 3, yes, but there's 4. If you count the momentum spent on piercing, then it's 6 work, which that will put you over. So
Okay.
that itself is a breakthrough plus the 5. So that actually completes the task.
Oh, thank you, Jesus.
Anders just like turns around.
But
Captain,
there's 4 complications on the table, real quick.
The task is completed, but the ship is on fire.
He's like, I've done the work, but I'm not sure of how long it's going to last. There's a spark hits a bolt hits in the side of the head.
The very first episode, Haggard and Anders were trying to get something engineering done and ran into the same kind of deal.
Yeah.
Good work, Anders.
Okay. 1 complication I'm definitely using right away. I'll explain that shortly. The one is main power goes offline throughout the entire ship. The other complication, what can I do with it? Emergency power does not come online as well. So you're all in the dark. And the last, I think I'll just bank.
Yeah, because without spacing all of them, there's not much more you can do to them. No, I'm
Is
kidding.
this before or after we head to the Starbase?
No, we're
This
already
is-
docked.
You're already docked, and
I mean,
all the
is this
people have
before or
already
after?
left. Everyone has left, so this is all during it. Unfortunately, Sondel, because the power's out, you can't dock with the ship. You would have to go to the Starbase, because you just noticed all of a sudden all the light when you got done with it, all the lights on the Argo go completely out.
Sonadel thinks she broke something.
No, she will look and she will roll her eyes and
blame
say,
Paz.
"Damn it, Anders!" And then she'll fly it to the station. And
No, it's all Paz's fault. Remember, it's always Paz's fault. We blame.
oh
Paz.
yeah,
Got a golden
that'll
rule
be
here.
that'll be the second thing. She'll be like, it was either Anders or Paz. Paz probably got stuck in an electro converter again. Son of a bitch, that Tellarite. And then she'll.
Yeah, it's not Paz's fault on this one.
All right.
Oh,
so,
I know.
Yeah, but it really is. That's the story I'm telling, and I'm sticking to it.
So, is there any chance there's some sort of, light in wherever we're working? I'm assuming the computer core.
I will say there's an emergency beacon, but you're gonna have to give me a threat because of an opportunity cost.
Okay, sure. Do you need me to roll fitness security to avoid tripping over?
No.
Okay.
You kind of remember where it might be at, and you pulled it out. And it's dark, like pitch black.
Well, Lieutenant Anders, let's see if we can't get power back online. Looks like you're gonna earn that extra bar.
Well, I suppose it was something I did that put it out.
Well, that protocol was embedded so deep. Something
I'm
was
so
bound to
sorry.
happen.
I was rushing at the end. Well,
it's all right,
time
Anders.
restraints are always a swear.
It's all right, Andrews. That's why we docked to the Starbase and got as many people off as we could.
All right.
Probably good you did.
The two of you make it to give me. So to get to main engineering, this is gonna be a fitness roll because you have some security officers. They're wandering blindlessly through the halls, but fitness plus security difficulty 1 to kind of work your way towards main engineering because turbolifts are not working and doors and etc.
Okay, fitness security. Okay.
All right, two of you make it to main engineering. To restore main power, it's going to be a daring plus engineering difficulty 2.
What are you rolling with that? 15, yeah. You're the one who did the lead. It's difficulty 2, daring. Can I assist, I'm assuming?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Yeah.
Okay. Ah.
Sure. I bet it's passed through into one of them conduits again.
Excuse me.
Difficulty is going to go up to 3.
Ah.
You can try again, but it's difficulty 3 now.
I don't want to buy another threat just to... because I'm worried about the threat that he's got already.
No, just do it. Get the extra dice. Do the roll. He's fine. It's not gonna hurt us. It's not gonna come back and bite us. Can't possibly.
You say that.
There we
do.
go.
Yeah, it'll only hurt me. It's fine.
Right.
Well, if it would only hurt you, I would have took the 6th threat.
All right. Remind me again, real quick, where you're at, Dai.
Right now he's BRBing, but
No, like on the ship.
I know he's BRB'd.
Yeah. Well, I just want to make sure that if they're, I'm assuming they're not on the bridge. And Doctor, were you on the bridge? I said no.
I was going to go with Daya.
Okay.
Because she said she was using mental powers, so you probably want to make sure that she doesn't overstimulate herself.
Okay.
Because doing a large crowd might be a bit transverse to her health. Well, bad for her health anyway.
So I assume it's just the commander.
I assume the commander went to the station to keep things arranged over there since the captain's... Commander's not essential to be aboard. Oh, wait, no, the captain ordered me to stay, all senior staff to stay.
All
Never
senior
mind.
staff. Yep.
So he'd still be there somewhere.
You're pulling a Babylon 5 all alone in the night.
5 miles of metal.
Maybe like the
surrounded by
one,
the darkness.
one of the few people on the bridge since most of it's all shut off. Even during the diagnostics, like, well, someone's here with a phaser.
Hey, you can always shoot the captain's chair on the lowest setting. It'll glow and give you a little light and heat.
Shoot at the view screen. Get lots of air.
There you go.
Wait, that space. Ah.
All right. Power comes back online on the bridge. But as soon as that happened, where's the... There we go.
Oh, God, the prisoners.
Doors open and out rush 5 Orions and 2 Nausicaans on the bridge. One instantly grabs Mira. Nausicaan leaps over towards Haran. And they just start funneling in.
May I make a suggestion, gentlemen? I say from the chair.
FYI, this is the unnamed complication.
Yeah.
You guys also completely forgot about him too. So
Yes, Trader should have offloaded the prisoners.
I've got a name for this complication. I really, really do.
so the one guy, this man over here, goes, "Lay down your weapons and surrender your vessel. We have control of this ship. We're taking control of this ship."
I think this suggestion is really important. You might want to listen. You see, your plan has a slight flaw in it.
Nonsense. Most of your crew has departed. We can hold our own.
You can hold your own. Okay. Let's see. There's about 7 of you, right?
Just looks at you.
And there are full work teams and security teams that are armed and aren't going to be happy that you decided to make an impromptu visit to the bridge. You're also connected to a Federation Starbase with a Starfleet vessel just off the bow. And and just to make this plan even worse, there are 2 other Starfleet vessels that are very close by. So my advice to you, and this isn't demand, I'm just informing you, that perhaps you might want to reverse this decision and choose a better way out of this mess, because I don't like your chances on this one.
We were rendered your security obsolete. I'm sure we can handle. This vessel is extremely powerful.
You're going to pilot and crew one of the most advanced starships in Starfleet with 7 people?
And he motions with a Type 2 phaser. Take him over to the other room, or find a room and secure them. And the Nausicaan walks up to you and, holding the Type 2 phaser out, he says, and motions to get up, for you to get up.
On a glance, does it look like my chair's controls are active still? Or does it look blank? Like, I'm wondering if I can access any of the things on it.
I'll spend 2 threat, and the complication will arise that the level 1 diagnostic is not yet done.
So they're taking over a dead ship.
Leave the ship for 5 minutes.
GM, I'm gonna try to do something unorthodox.
Get yourself killed? Got it.
Probably. I would like to try to spend a determination toward the value of knowledge preserves us from the ignorant, to have created the advantage that this whole time my comm has been open. Like, I must have opened it when they started storming in. I've been trying to talk and try to get them to say what they're doing here. One of the rare uses of determination.
All that threat to fix a tractor beam there.
All right.
Also, airlock seems to be where Mira is.
That should go
so-
to the map layers where that needs to go.
So Wartburg is going to hold his hands up and looks at the Nausicaan. Do you want me to hand you the phaser, or do you want to grab it? I don't
He
think you
just-
want me getting up and moving around with a weapon.
He motions to drop the phaser on the ground.
I very slowly reach for it and pluck it, and then let it fall to the ground.
All right.
Do you happen to know the layout of the ship? Because there's a room you could probably put me in that's pretty good. Otherwise, you're just going to wander around the deck, and I don't think you have time for that. The clock's ticking.
He just kind of grunts. He's like,
Okay, follow me. You can, like, stay with me. It's not like I'm going to be able to run very fast.
hey,
Your
he's like,
Noskins are really hard in a fight.
he's like, he goes, stay there. And he motions.
Oh.
They kind of motion to get the rest of the bridge crew to bundle
Don't
you guys
resist
out.
anybody. There's quite a few of them here, so we don't want to cause a scene, all right? Everything's going to be fine.
And the two Nausicaans, and about one for each. Oh, Haran. And he takes a center chair.
Oh, sorry about the buttons. I think they shorted out during the last, during the overhaul. Good luck with that. And I'll move slowly to not get these guys riled up and try to lead them on if they let me.
So as the group kind of exits, towards here,
Okay.
and with him filing, he stops and he looks like, "What's in there?" As he points.
That way?
Yeah.
That's the lounge. There's a lavatory in there. That's probably a decent room.
He motions like, "In there."
All right. Do you want
All
something
of
to
you.
drink or eat? I mean, you've probably been, I don't know how last time you've had something to eat was.
So the five of you are inside there, and you just hear him grip the panel, pull it off, and short the door out.
Oh, they know Starship design. That's annoying.
And you can kind of briefly hear them walk away. And I'm spending 2 threat at a complication that they've secured the bridge.
So, I hate to alarm you, but we're going to need a way out of here before they figure a way to get the ship moving and crash us into the Starbase. So, if anyone has any bright ideas on how we're going to get this room into the utility passageways without alerting them, that'd be great.
So keep in mind, anyone who's not on the bridge does not know that the bridge has been taken over by the prisoners.
Even with the open the combat thingies, because he said he had his open as an advantage.
The advantage, I'm going to say the advantage, though, it went to the captain.
Which, that's fine enough. It's enough that he'll be able to alert others on his end. Because he might be able to get in touch with the station. But yeah, that's what Wartburg's trying to do. He's trying to get these people to find a way out of the and elsewhere to the ship. Actually, can I I'll reach for my comms to see if I can and check to see that someone's there. I just realized. Comms check.
Does Haggard get that?
Yeah.
Haggard here. What's your situation, number one?
We're currently in the lounge. Hostiles in the bridge. Sounds like they secured it. Some of the bridge staff, Kamal, Mira, Chatre, and Haran are in the lounge. We're looking to get a way out of here, but we're going to need help to retake the bridge. Plus side, the captain's chair is damaged, so they're going to take a bit to get control. But I don't know how long we have until they start moving this thing around.
Understood. I'm on my way to Deck 5 now. That's just where auxiliary control is.
Advise you alert the station, sir. They'll probably be monitoring for me in a second. So,
Understood. Haggard out.
aye, sir. Mira, do you think there's a way you can encrypt my comm without if they happen to get control of the con system again? Make sure it's independent of the ship.
I can attempt to, sir.
Well, I hand her the comm.
Be control engineering difficulty 2. You have no momentum. I would say she has a focus, subspace communications. You want to roll just 2 dice for her? She's rolling a 15.
What kind of role is it? Control engineering?
Control engineering.
She's
Is-
got the best of your group.
Does Kamolo have anything decent in engineering? Because I know I can't help. I'm no good.
No, she and Chitre both have 2s, I think. Yep.
There's probably not gonna be an assist on this because she's taking a handheld communicator
Yeah.
and tweaking it.
Take a threat, I'd say, just so she has the extra die. Hopefully, we'll get some momentum out of this. Hey.
Oh yeah, and she has untapped potential. Hey,
Well, that's yay for us too.
Okay, so 2 momentum gain. Your communicator has been secured. Or well, encrypted.
Thank you, Mira. Wartburg to station senior staff. Come in, please.
Is the power still down the ship?
Power's back online, but all of you get the.
This is Sonadel here.
We have hostiles who have assaulted the bridge. Bridge team's currently imprisoned in lounge. Captain's been alerted. Please make plans rapidly with station personnel to resecure the ship. I'd move quickly if I were you.
Very well. I just talked to Worker Bee. I'll get right on that. And she will run to the nearest security personnel.
Oh, that's 2 problems down. Okay, Chitre, let's try to find a way out.
Yes, sir. What about the food synthesizers?
Think we could replicate some tools?
They only do food.
All right, they haven't done that yet. Theoretical papers, darn it.
Right.
I don't know. Lemon juice, throw it at the locks. He grins at that.
You laugh, Commander, but perhaps we could override their programming. After all, a corrosive is made out of the same stuff, basic elements that a food paste is.
So replicate some lemons, and if we need to override certain systems, it's a bit of a reach, but it's better than what we got. It's not like we can replicate tools in here. I'll take some cards, because I think it's still the card system, and I'll ask the synthesizer to synthesize some lemon juice.
Ghost pepper juice.
Or some
Okay.
other acidic food.
Okay, you're gonna
Whatever
MacGyver your
happens to
way
be
out of
one.
this. Is this what I'm hearing? You're
Yeah,
becoming
that's what I'm
MacGyver.
gonna have to do.
Okay, the
For some
food
reason, I don't think a control roll is coming in my future. Just saying.
the food synthesizer replicates, synthesizes Some lemon juice.
Knife, fork. Well, multiple knives and forks. We're gonna need hand tools. What else are we gonna need to get that panel open?
So it doesn't replicate knives and forks, right? We have those like in a
No,
drawer or something.
Those are kind of like in a storage thing. So
Oh, sorry, I thought.
yeah,
So-
it won't replicate that.
Right, because it only does food. So grab some of the utensils.
Right. Chitre will look at. There should be like an emergency manual door operation thing, I would imagine.
Like you mean for this door?
Yeah, because it's just like your standard. It's not like a a force field door or anything. So usually,
Yeah,
when
there's
power.
yeah, the only issue is that the door is magnetically sealed. So
That's why I'm looking for like a utility passage, like somewhere back here, that we can open up and crawl out and like come out in a different room, or even into the turbo lift area.
Ventilation, yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could use some of the wiring to create an electromagnet and try to demagnetize or disrupt the magnetic seal.
take apart the food.
Operations.
I will love it if you guys take apart the food synthesizer. That would be great to do that plan.
Oh,
I would say all the tools are there to do that.
yeah. For servicing it. Well, I don't have a better idea, so let's go with that.
If we can disrupt the magnetic field long enough to work the emergency opening mechanism, if we can get the doors far enough apart, the magnetic field will no longer function. It's very limited range.
Okay. Okay. Trey Haran, I want you to take this up. I'll try to keep an ear out, make sure no one comes by to disrupt us.
So this is going to be a daring plus engineering difficulty 2.
So that's going to be Haran's wheelhouse, I think.
Rocks to replicator.
Like replicators to rocks in this case.
Yeah.
Well, technically there should be rocks there because if it explodes, there seems to be rocks. Unless it replicates them
There you
as
go.
it explodes.
Just explode the thing, and then you guys will have some rocks to fight with.
That's right.
That'd be like jalapeno or ghost pepper juice. Put that in a cup. Throw that in her face.
Welcome to the impromptu pepper spray. Yeah. This is where we find out Noskins are like immune to it or something. No.
Yeah. Don't give him any ideas.
They like ghost peppers.
What? He just like rubs off his face, licks his finger, and goes like,
Hey, it's my cologne.
mild. Do you have anything hotter? It's like, yeah.
All right. So what? So yeah, it's gonna be whoever's in that room making the roll. Daring plus engineering difficulty.
It's going to be Mira. She's got the best scores.
She's rolling 12. She ain't very daring.
Haran actually has 13. Daring. Oh, I'm wrong. That's con. Duh.
Daring
11.
engineering.
Chitre's got 2. I'm sorry, 11. What? Yeah, same for Kumalo.
So if you're wanting Mira to roll, I guess could role play it out, Commander.
Mira, you might want to step in there. Trey, help her out with that.
Yes, Commander.
So yes, she does have cost engineering, but she'll have no focus for this.
Focus, Mira. Focus. Sorry.
I'd say, does she have cautious anything?
Yeah, she has cautious engineering.
1 momentum.
Yeah, definitely.
Oh God.
Good thing she has cautious.
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
2.
Oof.
Come on, Trey, you can do it. I believe in you.
Another crew support. So you're at 2.
Okay. Change that real quick. Okay. 2 crew support. All right. Let's see. This is another activation for Trey. Science talents aren't all that great, are they?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
see how it is.
I'm going to give him a focus in electromagnetics. Why not?
Fits the narrative of what he's been talking about.
That's right. It's okay. Let's see if I can get that other one we need. No! Ha ha! Oh, wait. Wrong roll.
It still, I don't think, would matter.
Yeah.
So yeah, they Mira and Cherix is working trying to dismantle the synthesizer. Meanwhile, go back to the theater of the mind.
Woo!
The mind.
It's Captain and Anders. You just got the SOS from the commander.
Anders, seal the entrances and exits to engineering after I leave. I'm headed for auxiliary control, and I head out on the
Do you want
run.
me to stay here, sir?
Yeah, the bridge and engineering are the most vulnerable spots, and we may need you here.
Okay.
And I'm going to flip open my communicator. Haggard to Dae.
Yes, sir.
What's your location?
What's this place called again?
The Argo?
I'm at a bar, sir.
Oh, never mind.
Starbase 21.
On the Starbase?
I ordered all senior staff to stay aboard, and you were senior staff.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, sir. What did you need, sir?
Apparently, when we lost power briefly during the level 1 diagnostic, the prisoners escaped from security and have taken over the bridge of the Argo. So for real, is your character not on the ship?
No, she's not on the ship.
Oh. Okay. I need you to get that security team to meet me in auxiliary control stat and coordinate with Starbase 21 authorities. We may have to retake the bridge by force. Haggard
Yes, sir.
out. Haggard to Dr. Azonin.
Sir?
What's your present location, Doctor?
I said I was with her, but I wouldn't be. I'm in medbay, sir, trying to get everything ready. Is there anything a problem?
Yes, sir. It looks. Yes, sir. Yes, Doctor. It looks like the Orion and Nausicaan prisoners have escaped and taken over the bridge. I'm heading to auxiliary control as we speak. I'm going to need to be able to flood the bridge with anesthetine gas.
Yes, sir. I would be able to know where that was on our GM.
You have to get to environmental controls to do that.
Is that in auxiliary or is that engineering?
That would be in engineering, because it'd be with the environmental control systems, which that's actually not really an engineering. It's on a separate deck.
Okay. Get to environmental controls and wait for the orders. But get everything prepared to flood the bridge with the anesthetine.
No problem, sir. And that's where he'd go.
I'm gonna let the Starbase know that everything that's happening on the ship, the captain relayed, and be advised from them. They have their own command structure on the Starbase, right?
Yes,
Is it like a captain or an admiral? Who's
it's
is there-
Commander.
Commander Holt, and
Okay.
deck 17 is where environmental controls is at.
And I'll try to coordinate with him to figure out, or him or her, it's a him, to the best plan to kind of take the ship back.
Okay, so you're on your way to essentially the command and control center.
No, I'll notify them via like trans communicator thingy. I'll communicate that to them, and I want to, since they're, since I'm a lieutenant and the base has their own security and all that, I want to be advised from him what he wants done, and give him also the orders that Haggard told me, letting him know that I'm going to follow out those orders. But if there's something else, she should know. Putting them in the loop. I mean, we're docked at their base, so I'm sure they have a pretty heavy hand in what's going to go down here, or would want to.
He would advise to evacuate all other personnel that are on the Argo, and then for the Argo to be locked down.
Okay. Is he going to assist with that from base security or anything like that, or no?
The problem is, though, they're stretched pretty thin. So he's going to ask you to organize your security teams for an assault, while he's going to coordinate with the other ships that are in the vicinity to ensure that the Argo does not go anywhere.
Okay. That's what I want. That's what I want to do. See what he wants to do, and then that way he's in the know of what's going on the Argo, and make my way to the Argo to meet up with security teams that are there. Imagine there's a security team at the hallway where you exit the ship.
So here's the thing, though. You're gonna have to organize your security teams. You're drinking, so I'm upping the difficulty by 1. So it's gonna be a difficulty 3. Present security to organize, create that advantage for your security teams.
I will use control. You said security presence?
Sorry, it's security. It's a security present roll, difficulty 3.
Let's see. I have no focus for that. I would use
What?
momentum. And that gives me 3 dice. I need 3 successes. That means I need a 2 and a 1 off of 3 dice.
Or 3 ones.
Or 3 1s. I'll just roll it. See how it goes.
Hey.
All right, you've created the advantage that you'll have for security teams that are organized and ready to assault the bridge when called upon.
All right, cool. I'll make sure to inform the captain ASAP as soon as that's done in game time wise. We're ready to go. And that the Starbase is aware of this situation.
The Starbase is aware of the situation.
Yeah, I just want to make sure I'm letting the captain know that, so he knows that the Starbase is aware.
Understood. Stand by. So yeah, the captain's going to make his way to auxiliary control.
All right.
And my goal is to use my command codes to lock out the bridge controls and to seal access to and from the bridge itself. Basically, I'm going to switch all command and functions to auxiliary control.
Spending 2 threats. Command code's not recognized.
It's almost like we did a level 1 diagnostic and messed with.
Okay, then I'm going to try and do this manually.
Okay. That's going to be a daring or control engineering difficulty 2 to create that advantage.
6 of one, half dozen of another. No focuses apply.
Love that. Seems very Kirk. Starts pulling out panels and like.
Right.
You know what? Forget it. Grr, I'm getting my ship back.
Difficulty 2, you said?
Yes.
All right. Yeah, take a threat for a third die. Let's see what I can do. Oh, come on. Fuck me, roll 20.
You want to burn a value and maybe re-roll that with the determination?
Yeah, I guess I'm going to have to, man. That's,
Oh.
awesome. That's just awful.
What value are you challenging?
Oh, that's rough. Jeez, what could you even burn?
Yeah, no, I don't really have anything that's really...
Well, which one's holding you back? This is the one that's making you screw up. That's the way to look at it.
I suppose the best one to burn is...
The one you want to use.
is the one that's super applicable. Okay, so since I used daring engineering on that one, I'm going to burn Fortune Favors the Bold, because obviously what I needed to do was slow down and do it properly using control engineering.
All right.
And then I will spend it on 750 people depend on me.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-roll those 2. I hate burning values. Well, I made it.
Did indeed. So you managed to essentially reroute all bridge function controls to the auxiliary control station. It's almost like Starfleet later realized, like, oh, we probably should have a battle bridge on all our ships.
I think I'll rewrite that value into there are no old, bold captains. Then I will challenge that at the earliest opportunity. Okay, so I basically have control, right?
Yes, you have control.
Can I lock... are they locked down on the bridge?
They are,
Okay.
for now.
Haggard to Azonin. Anytime you're ready, Doctor, flood the bridge with the Nissicine gas. Assuming that will work on Orions and Nausicaans.
I believe we worked out the other day that it would.
That's right, because we never got to use the gas bomb last time.
Yeah.
So, to carefully redo the environmental controls, this is actually going to be another engineering check. So.
Oh, this is nice.
Yep.
Good luck, Doctor.
Good luck. Let's make this control plus engineering. Normally, this is kind of creating the advantage that you have Nissicine gas being pumped in. It's going to be a difficulty 2. I'm spending some threats. We're going to make this difficulty 3, and I'm going to up the complication range to 3 as well.
Oof.
Because why not?
I'm spend my determination either as my ship, my problem, or do as little harm as possible because I'm trying to do it so
Ooh.
they don't have to be shot.
Or and not overgassing them that they go
Yeah.
comatose.
Yeah, so it's like trying to
I'll
do
take.
as little harm.
I'll do as little harm as possible. Keep in mind if there's a complication that comes up. I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna roll percentile dice. Either you're gonna gas the entire ship accidentally,
Mm.
or you get the dosage wrong and it will kill every. It will
Well,
give everyone on the bridge a lethal injury.
And
well,
after I've
I'm
given
going
the
to say good
orders
luck.
to the doctor, I will contact DIA. DIA, we're about to flood the bridge with an essence gas. You and your troops need to be ready to move in, and you'll probably be wanting to wear breath masks just in case the gas hasn't cleared. Wait for my order.
She'll equip her people with breath gases, or gas masks, and be ready for the go.
So you made it. There is a complication. Natural 20. I am rolling. All right. 50 percentile. Here we go. High or low, doctor?
Hi.
High is going to be for the lethal, or you're going to gas the whole ship?
Gas the whole ship.
Okay, high it is for gassing the whole ship.
Gassing the whole ship.
It's gassed the whole ship.
Jesus.
Yeah, but at least I didn't give everybody a lethal injury.
It's true.
You didn't give that
Like,
one
we're all
too.
just we're all just tired now.
So
It's gonna be a tired fight. Everybody's just super tired.
Everybody's just knocked out.
Anyway, I can get a roll to grab a breath mask from the panel in auxiliary control.
unfortunately, you weren't aware like this happened. So
Okay.
it's one of those things like you're gonna get knocked out pretty quick.
Yeah.
You just notice you're like,
Sacrifice.
and you smell it in the air, Captain, and you're like, I'll let you act out the rest as you collapse to the ground.
Since I have the communicator open to DIA, I'll go now, DIA.
I want
I'll-
to do the Samuel L. Jackson of Mother Gunk.
I'll think that the captain's in trouble, so I will go in there and try to, target the person that's in charge. Have my team start zapping all of these guys.
Okay, hold on 1 second for that, please. Wartburg, or well, Wolfgang. As Mira and Ditrell are working on it, you start seeing Mira get sleepy, collapse, and the rest of them are kind of get ready to collapse over, and you see it on the corner eye as you're getting sleepy as well.
As Wartburg starts going down, he's going to try to tuck himself underneath the table here, so at least he's a little bit hidden if he's discovered. Not a whole lot else he can do right now.
I'm gonna take a nap under this table.
Because he's like, it's probably one of those moments of, he takes it somewhat calmly of, oh, yeah, I've done this drill before.
I'm actually kind of glad that I wasn't on the ship now.
Right?
Ugh.
You know it is literally just DIA and Sonadel, right?
Oh man.
So,
Comedy of errors.
yeah. Die. Just so you're aware, I'm going to ask you, how are you going to breach the bridge? What is your plan?
Okay. access to the bridge is purely from the turbo lifts,
Uh,
or or do we have access to that airlock? And is that airlock
You
like
could.
stabilized?
The airlock is not stabilized, which means someone will be on the inside to do that.
Or you could force it.
We could also beam in, obviously, but the typical access is through their turbo lifts.
It is, but there's a complication on the board. So that is entirely up to you on how you want to breach.
Yeah, I'm just mentioning that's just the actual ways to get in there.
It's turbolift, airlock, or you can beam in.
Okay. If I beam in, do I get a disadvantage, like attacking, where is it I beam in and it's their turn to shoot us all? or how is initiative going to work with that if I do beam in?
You'll find out.
Okay, well, so, okay, from a game mechanic standpoint, is that my turn and then I'm done, or...
That's your
I mean,
turn.
I don't mind.
Right. That's you deploying in there. They'll get to go right after that. When you beam in, they'll go.
Yeah, probably a task roll to order someone to beam you in, sort of thing. Actually, heck, you could, instead of going through the turbo lifts, so you don't make noise, you could beam in like somewhere here. So that way they don't hear the noise necessarily, and you can keep up on.
Yeah, no, I know. I'm just making sure I know how the dynamics work of the combat.
Yeah.
I don't want to be stuck in a turbo lift with my guys, so. And I doubt that they're all like probably having a meeting in the meeting room, so I'm probably thinking that's probably the best place to go. Beam into the meeting room and have the men systematically secure the deck. And the bridge. In that order, so I'd probably have them beam us in. That's what I would have. I'd have the base beam us in if we could, and if that's not,
So
prep,
base.
then I would have to go to the turbo lifts.
All right. So here's how it worked, though. The base will beam you in, but it'll be at a cost.
Okay,
now, if you're wanting to create the advantage that all your people have gas masks, that normally would be an opportunity cost. But if you don't have no momentum, so you can't spend 2 momentum for this.
Since I know it's my shift now, can I say not on my shift? There you go.
You already spent your determination.
Oh, I thought he gave me that for free.
What?
He gave him. Haggard gave her his. So she had 2 at that point. I believe. Because he rolled veteran to get it back after he gave it to Dae to use it for that roll. So she still has hers.
I'm trying to remember if he did that for Anders, though.
I thought it was Wolfgang that was like, you can use
No, Wolfgang, that's right. Wolfgang spent 3 to give you your termination back. That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will allow that determination spend to have that advantage to where you're not affected by the Nissian gas, you and your away team.
Okay. Okay. Specifics.
All right, Dae, you and
So I'm assuming that we were kind of already on the ship getting ready to storm the bridge, maybe from a turbo left position, right?
You said you were beaming. You were gonna beam in.
I know. Okay. Let me rewind this a little bit.
Remember, Solek's dead, GM, in this reality.
I'm protecting myself from Nissian gas, but I wasn't even on the ship. So after I assembled my teams and I got ready, I would go to where the port is to get onto the ship. To be able to get onto the ship, that hallway that you have to get on the ship. That's where I would have went, and I would have been like, hey, I'm ready to go.
So you're gonna
So,
go. You're gonna breach through the turbo lifts.
No, what I'm saying is that instead of having to burn or use my determination for the Nissian gas, I probably wasn't even like affected by the Nissian gas because I wasn't even on the ship, right? I mean,
Right, you're
I
not
got
on
the
the
fight.
ship,
I got,
but
right.
that the gas is ongoing, and the captain told you to grab
Rebreathers.
rebreathers so that way you don't.
Yeah, you're walking
right.
in. You and your team are walking into a gas-filled environment.
I get that. So, am I beaming in a gas-filled environment? Am I already in the ship with a gas-filled environment, or am I waiting on the station to
You were
get into
on
the
the station, and I asked you how you were breaching, whether or not you were going to breach in from the station and go up through to the turbo lift,
Sure,
or if
sure.
you're going to
But
go outside the ship, go in through the airlock, or beam in.
so I'm trying to figure out time-wise, did he already mention the gas before that? Or is it something that is mentioned to me as I'm already breaching, already beaming in, already, in the gas environment? See what I'm saying?
Oh, he's
mentioned the
worried about the
gas-
timeline events of
Yeah,
events.
I mentioned the
yeah,
gas to you before we released the gas.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. So, and that would probably be before I even breached. So I probably wasn't even on the ship at that time. So I'm just trying to
Right.
see if
This is like, I don't care about the logical of like terms of events. Like, it's one of those things that, okay, you had your team ready to go.
right.
They're on standby. So either you had a planned attack already set in motion that you're going to beam in, because that's kind of the most logical course of action to do to gain control of the ship quickly, or the
Exactly.
bridge. So the captain then tells you, hey, we're going to gas the bridge. Make sure you have rebreathers on.
And I would make sure that I do that. So I
Because this is
gotta
all
spend it.
that's why you had to
Right.
spend the determination and create that advantage real quick, so that way you and your team have them.
Okay, so it doesn't
avoid-
slow me down, right?
So it doesn't slow you down.
Okay. That's what I'm checking. And then we beam aboard. We beam aboard into the conference room, and we systematically clear the deck, and then to the bridge. That's going to be what I want to do.
Okay, you beam in. You're in the conference room.
And then we're going to clear the deck, each room at a time, making our way to the bridge, and then secure the bridge
Okay.
by storming the bridge. So first, I want to clear those rooms, though, before I get to the bridge, because there are offices and whatnot before the bridge. I don't want like Narsikins and Orions coming out of like side rooms that I didn't check first.
She's taking a very SWAT approach to this.
Right.
Okay.
Uh,
So
I'll
Are you
place
doing-
a Shran who wants to Zuva.
I'm there, so anyway.
Right.
And when you say security team, is it just it's these guys, right? Nobody
yeah,
else. It's just these four people.
It's just
Okay.
those four. Because it is tight quarters as it is. And the last thing you want is 20 people inside shooting at each other.
Right. Shishran has her phaser 2 out and ready.
So does Sonadel.
Somebody want to play Tazuva? Bortberg?
I'll grab him, sure.
This is a second activation, so you can give him something, I believe.
I was just about to say, with my rolling, no, I'll be asleep on the floor plan.
Can I
I'm gonna go
get
take
a
a nap.
security roll to secure those rooms first before we hit the bridge?
So it'll be a control security. Difficulty is 2.
Won't get anything out of that, but at least it'll be done.
All right, you secure the entryway in here.
Oh, okay, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do it for each room then. Okay, cool. I was just trying to save time. We'll secure each room. We'll do these back rooms first. Then we'll do this room.
So Sandel's gonna
And
have to
push
do
open the
the.
door.
Sandel will have to do the captain's ready room, and then you'll
Yep.
have to do the lab.
Okay. And then I want her to at least do the airlock as well.
Okie dokie.
In case someone's
Who
hiding
knows?
out in there.
Yeah.
Maybe they
so,
gained access to the airlock.
Difficulty is control security difficulty 2 for both.
I didn't.
You're unable to secure it. I can't get the door open. It's stuck. I can't see inside.
Sandel, the rooms appears. Captain's ready room appears to be locked.
She just says under her breath, "Damn Haggard and his paranoia."
I think I locked down the whole deck. Same thing here at the lab.
So that room is in. You cannot open the door. The manual release does not appear to be working, and it looks like the control panel has been ripped out of the wall. To that room there. To the lounge.
Okay, so it'll probably be some sort of engineering roll to get it open.
Difficulty 4.
I can do it.
Well, if
Daring
it looks
plus-
like it's not gonna be easy.
Like, no one can get in or out of that room right now.
So the plus, you're not going to get jumped from it.
Well, I don't have any rolls to be able to gain any momentum, so I'm trying to figure out a way to gain momentum. Because all this is difficulty 2, so.
Yeah.
Shishran will see if this door into the bridge is locked as well.
Same with Sonadilla in this one.
They are locked.
Shishran will try a security override.
Control security difficulty 2 or engineering.
I think it's definitely going to be security. Focus on security systems.
Yeah, I'll allow it. All right, you gain control of the door, and you've unlocked it.
I look at the die. I go, "It's unlocked, Lieutenant. Do you want high or low?"
I asked her to hold 1 second. She says, and she'll take high, but hold on a second. She will walk over here and make sure that the door's open.
1 second, she said. Control engineering, you said?
Or security difficulty 2.
Okie dokie then. Son of a monkey.
Appears that the interface is badly damaged.
I immediately tell her to follow us. Her guys are going to go left and we're going to go right. And I let, obviously I let her know too. Just ran know we're going left. Or we're going right, they're going left.
And Shishran will key open the door.
And we'll go in.
All right, you move into the room, and there is kind of a bit of a, I won't say fog, but a haze in the room, and all of the Orions and Nausicaans are quietly asleep, or have lunched over or on the ground, in the chairs or on the console, asleep.
She'll walk over.
Shackle them all. I'll tell them to.
Give me, so we'll just make this a big roll here. Control plus security difficulty 2 to create the advantage that all of them are bound and shackled.
Can I just spin my determination? Home is where the heart is, since this is my home and they're there in it.
You
Are we making one
probably
roll,
are
or are
gonna-
we all making it?
You probably are going to need to take
Which-
care of the environmental engineering to clear the gas, so you might
Okay,
So-
fine.
hang on. You know.
One person can only make it's an advantage, so only one's gonna make the roll here.
Go
I'll
ahead.
make the
Ray.
roll.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna spend any threat. We're gonna make the roll. No focus. There you go.
All
Get a
right.
threat spend. Sweet.
You have them all bound.
Obviously, we want to relieve their weapons. I needed to go roll for that as well.
Oh,
No, that's just part of the advantage that you took.
We secure
They're,
them.
you secured them, and they are all taken care of. You know, essentially, the weapons that they had were all Starfleet issued anyway.
Then I will. I'll order Shishran to get those other doors open and check those other rooms.
Yes, ma'am. She will
Do we
be
have
about it.
We have communications up.
I believe all the bridge functions are locked down by the captain.
But
Do
I've
I-
ordered all senior staff to be equipped with communicators.
Yeah.
Before
Yeah,
all
but
this started.
So there's no type of security override, right?
Captain.
Mm-mm.
There will
probably-
be a security override because the captain had to do it manually.
I suppose, yeah. So it's not a captain code that's keeping it in. It's just some guy who rewired things.
It's the captain who rewired things.
Also, the computer knows that.
It's a different kinds of captain of command codes.
Can I comm to the station?
Yes, you can comms to the station.
Alright, I'll comm to the station that for them that we secured the bridge and that we require their assistance to help with the ship as well, to make sure that the ship is all locked down. And I'll let that commander know that that's what we've achieved so far.
Starbase acknowledges and congrats you on your victory.
Sweet. My primary thing is I'll ask them if they can scan. Are they able to scan to find specific people like comm badges and stuff? They don't have comm badges. They have little hand comms. So, are they able to pick out individual people on a ship, like the Starbase do like a scan or something?
For
Like, scan for their comm.
Like if I wanted to locate the captain and secure the captain specifically, because he's the first person that's on mine. Secure the ship, find the captain, secure the captain. So I need to find out where he's at. I'm wondering if the station can assist with any of that, since our ship, I don't have access to the ship right now.
you could try to do a security override on the ship to regain control of the bridge.
Yep.
The difficulty is 2. The only thing
Alright,
the
so
Starbase can
okay.
tell you is yes, the captain is on board we've located the communicator, he's on the ship. But
They couldn't tell us specifics of where he's at.
correct.
Right. All right.
Well,
cool.
not
Then
exactly.
Then I need to gain access to the ship and then gain access to where the captain is. Let's take a look at that. I'll turn to Sonadel. We need to get the ship back under our control. That way we can get security moving and we can find the captain.
Yes, I will get right on that. And she hopefully is her console on at all? Like even
console's-
just looking at it.
They're on, but they're in lockout mode.
Okay, she's gonna go to the DOS prompt and start hacking away.
Lieutenant,
command line.
Lieutenant, we should get somebody to environmental engineering to clear the gas.
She nods her head.
Because I'm about to create a complication the longer you sit not clearing this stuff. So
Yeah.
Do you want me to
That-
head down, ma'am?
She says, "Make it so."
Hi, ma'am.
All right. And
I'll go this way, I guess.
So He can go do that. Shishran, she wants you to check the other rooms. If there's any other people. If so, we need them on breathers.
The doors to the turbolift do not open.
Okay.
You're going through the Jeffries tubes. That's a very angry turtle, man.
Lieutenant, due respect it might be best to send an engineer down there. Instant Tezuva's hell on wheels in a fight, but not so great with machines.
So, to regain control of the bridge, essentially to undo the lockout, it's going to be a difficulty 2 control plus engineering.
Difficulty 2 plus control is control engineering. So can we assist him, or we get the ship on that? We don't get the ship. I can assist him, right?
Nope, sorry, Lieutenant.
Not with control engineering. How are you wanting to assist?
Okay, so Sonadel is going to try to gain access to the ship using her control engineering.
Right.
I would like to use my knowledge of security or engineering to try to help her. Am I able to do that? Because I know the ship can't help her because the ship's down, right?
What I'm asking you is, how are you going to assist with that?
Like, what is her physical actions?
I don't think they'd be physical. I think they would be smarts wise. It'd be brains wise. I mean, it'd be like, hey, this is a suggestion of my knowledge of security and my knowledge of engineering. Why don't you try this? Or, be able to stand behind her and see if any complications that she doesn't see.
Like an extra pair of eyes. Yeah.
I'm gonna assist her. I mean, I can't assist her. I mean, I could hit the console or something, but I mean, what else am I gonna do physically?
So, this will be insight engineering for the assist.
Okay. And
I'm about to say the hated words. Take a threat.
no, don't take a threat. What is?
Yes, absolutely take a
No,
threat.
no, I'm gonna say no. If you have a what is your okay
Already
for
rolled.
Meninus, what is your engine?
Okay, stop.
Fine.
He
Okay.
already rolled.
Oh my god.
I needed the 3. We need
Assist,
the ship.
please. There's no ship roll.
Oh, I know. I was saying we need the ship in general.
Okay, so I'm sorry. You said engineering insight.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay, cool. Does tactical systems help me out with this at all? I know that's a stretch. Does investigation help at all?
No.
Okay, cool. So I'll get this, I'll get that, and I got. Oops, I meant to roll at once, but rolled twice.
Two momentum gained, and you've gained override the security protocols and returned bridge functions.
Okay.
Primary
Go
thing is the gas.
Yeah.
What's the primary thing?
She's gonna start tapping away at her con panel and start messing with environmental controls. Cause I'm gonna multitask this.
I want to locate the captain.
So, okay. To get rid of the gas, that's going to be a control engineering, difficulty 2, assisted by the ship's structure engineering.
Okay, and since I'm at my station, I can use multitasking.
Be an increased difficulty of 1.
That's fine. This is where I spend the value. Home is where the heart is. Because this is my home, and I will defend it. Even from itself. And since it's a con roll, once again, sorry guys,
Hey, it gets the job done.
3 successes.
Wait.
You get 1 momentum.
Oh wait, 5 successes for
That's
me.
right. That'd been
Spend
2
the momentum. We have momentum. You're
I
giving
have
me a threat,
bold.
man.
I have bold con.
That would have been 2 threat. Difficulty was 3, you got 5, so 2 momentum gained. Sorry, you gained. That was 6. So 3 momentum gained. All right. The ship is the Nessian gas is vented from the ship.
I will ask the station if they would take these prisoners. If I could beam them to the station.
The station informs you that they are not able to take prisoners.
Great. I will look for the captain then.
Captain is in auxiliary control.
I will jog back to Shishred and see if that door is open, and if it's not, or if the other things are secure.
The doors to the turbolifts work. Now, the problem is though there's still one door that doesn't.
Yeah, there's that door that's not.
Permission to take the prisoners to the bridge, Lieutenant? To the brig? Ugh.
How is she going to accomplish that? Are we able to get? Is she going to get like a security team to come up to grab them and take them down there? Or is she going to throw them all over her shoulder and take them down there? How does that play out?
I mean, she's a
practically?
Shran very easily.
It'll be a security team. This will be sort of a presence security role to do that.
Okay, I just want to make sure she's not doing it like by herself. Like I'll take one
Or
individually.
you could just spend 2 momentum and security team is there and you get them back into the brig.
Boom. Security team's there. There you go. 2
Okay.
momentum spend.
She'll look at Dia and say, I can probably get that door open that won't open. Just hotwire a couple of things.
Let's do that. But maybe we could reroute power systems. Create an advantage with momentum first to make it easier. You don't have to burn threat, maybe. I don't know. To get the door open.
Or I could just roll 4 dice.
So it's
With momentum.
a difficulty 4 daring or control engineering.
Yeah. Oh, daring or control? Alright.
Is Shishran able to assist her?
I'll allow 1 assist from one other individual.
I would say Shishran, and I would
mean-
have my.
Sure, she can. She's rolling a 14.
I
Not
just
bad.
need 1 more success.
I rolled a 9, got a 1, so bam.
Security systems, computers. Either of those work?
No, this is
Okay.
more like you're trying to pry a door open that doesn't want to be
Yep.
pried open.
But we
Yeah.
nail it.
All right, you managed to disengage the safety, magnetic seal on the door, and you're now able to pry it open.
She's gonna look at Dia and say, you know, Martel's gonna be furious when he sees that console right there.
Yeah. So the 5 that are in the currently that are in the lounge area are still asleep.
Do I need to roll medical tasks to, like, I don't know, wake one of them up or something?
And Wartburg is under the table.
Doesn't surprise me.
In the fetal position, I would imagine at this point.
Right.
Sucking his thumb.
That would be hilarious. His butt's up and his legs, his chest is down. He's got a thumb in his mouth. Yeah, I want to wake up Wartburg. If I need to roll for that, I'll roll. But Wartburg needs to get up.
Daring medicine difficulty 1.
Daring medicine difficulty 1. Talking boom. I will. No, we have no momentum. So I will.
Yeah, it's a good thing he spent that momentum instead of threat.
Wah, wah.
Hey, you woke him up.
He's up. As soon as he comes to, I'm gonna tell him exactly what's happened. He's dead.
So I imagine, Dia, you went in there to the food synthesizer, got something that kind of smelled awful, walked back over, and kind of motion in front of his nose to get him out of his catatonic state.
How about water to the face? Is that better? I like that one.
Sudden shock. Yeah. Mm. A phaser gets pointed in your direction for a second.
Whoa,
Oh.
whoa there, Commander.
Did you enjoy your nap, Commander?
Not really. Status. Please.
The prisoners are on their way to the brig. She says the bridge is secure. She has permission to find the captain.
Do you have control over ship systems?
She says yes. She says Sonadel did a good job to get those up online, Commander.
I'll hit one of the intercom buttons to chime the computer. Computer, locate the captain, please.
Captain is currently in auxiliary control.
I'll flip open the communicator. Warburg to captain.
He's still sounded.
Feel free to go down there and wake him up, please.
My communicator was open when I went down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
I didn't actually fall out of the chair, so my head's all leaned back at a terrible angle.
Drool hanging off
Yeah.
of his.
I've got that airplane sleep going on.
Warburg to station.
This is station control. Go ahead.
Requesting medical team aboard the Argo. We have a lot of knocked up, and I want them checked out. Also, some prisoners who are knocked out as well.
Commander,
Prisoners have
hold.
been secured in the brig, Commander, says Shishran.
Very good. Station, can you accommodate?
We cannot accommodate the prisoners, Commander. However, we can send over some medical teams.
Please do. You'll be meeting with a looks at badge. Ensign Shishran.
Lieutenant.
It says ensign on the thing.
Sorry, I hadn't changed it yet.
Gah.
I was just fiercely writing up the promotions this afternoon.
That's what happens when the captain doesn't do paperwork. It's Lieutenant Shishran. We'll meet up with you and direct you where needed.
On my way, sir.
Argo out. Lieutenant Sanadel, let's get stock and see how much those Orions broke the ship.
Sir. Yes, sir.
How'd the please tell me you got the tractor beam in during all this nonsense?
Yes, sir. I guess the reason I wasn't on the ship was because, well, I couldn't get in. She says, our worker bees are currently docked with the station.
I'll worry about that later. We can grab them.
Also, I
Technically-
request a new chair.
Technically, the Argo doesn't have any worker bees, so you would be.
I thought we had
one.
4.
No.
I just made that up.
Yeah, you actually have to take the worker bee, like on the shuttle.
Sad face.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, Sanadel, Captain, I didn't want to correct him while he was here, but we haven't had worker bees since we left space dock. We lost
I know, it's sad.
Yeah. I might, actually, if you want, I could probably put in a request and swap out one of our standing fleet. I mean, it's good to have them if we need to repair out in space.
On my way down to find the captain, if I come across one of my security teams that's sleeping, I will wake them up and tell them to start waking other people up. Security and secure the decks and the ship.
Ugh.
Do I need a roll?
So we'll fast forward time.
Okay.
So you don't have to make a ton of checks. You go through the entire ship. You wake everybody up from their long nap. Assuming everyone remembers to wake the doctor up in environmental control.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Where the Borg are at on deck 17.
Yeah.
All right. Eject the warp core.
So the plan worked. They were all knocked out.
The ship secure?
That's good. I don't know why, but I fell over straight after. I must have banged my head. As long as everybody's safe.
She'll let him know the ship's secure and all that stuff.
Excellent. Good work, Daiei.
Ugh, my chair smells like Orion.
Smells like Orion butt.
It does. Ugh.
He's got like a loincloth. He's all sitting on your seat.
Captain on the
Sweaty.
bridge.
Well, there's a day I never want to repeat. Sonadel, good job on the placing the tractor beam. Daiei, excellent work getting a team in here and being ready to move. Commander von Wartburg, tell me we got the protocols removed during that diagnostic.
I will double check that now, sir. Been busy trying to keep stock, make sure they didn't break anything on when they tried to take the ship.
I think that was the task that Anders and I were doing.
Can I determine how they got out of their? Was it from the power failure that they got out of their cells and?
Yes.
And did they hurt anybody? Did they take any of the?
Then there
security
are
people?
some minor injuries from some like security people, but
So did my people put up a good fight, or no?
we tried to. But when you're being rushed by two Nastigans and
In
That's
the
how
dark.
they got the phasers.
in the dark,
Right.
Okay. Cool. Well, then that's a learning experience, and I'll try to figure out ways for them to not, if the lights go out and you guys got the phasers and they're in the cells, you should be able to keep them in the cells. I'll tell.
yes, the protocol has been removed from the ship.
Excellent.
Admit though, problem is all the command codes have been erased as a result.
Or
Well, that shouldn't be too much trouble to reset, should it?
sir, when I say all the command codes, I mean all of them. As in, every officer needs to reset their codes, and they have to be vetted, which involves intelligence and security and command, and we need to verify. So, hope you like sitting still for a while, Captain. On the plus side, the protocol's out. So, positive thoughts.
Well, let's get started with the
blaming
senior
Puffs.
staff.
I'll let the captain know how the Arcicans and the Orions got free. It was because of the power failure.
I'd guessed as much.
During the preparing of the repairing of the tractor beam, whatever the GM says caused it.
Oh no, it was the
Wasn't
captain
me.
and Anders. Yeah,
Oh, is it? Okay.
yeah, it was because complications from hell. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, wiping out an entire memory core does funny things to a ship.
Yeah. Sonadel will look back at the captain and say, "Next time you lock out controls, sir, please make it a little more challenging to reverse." She says.
Actually, she says we had to work pretty hard to get that to work. In the future, maybe there's a way, Captain, that we can have a security command code for myself.
Oh, that was
commander.
that was the problem, Dai. I could have locked everything down using my command code, but all command codes were wiped from the system. So in this case, having the codes wouldn't do any good.
Right. I mean, in the future, though, she says moving forward, maybe we can have a way of me being able to access the ship if it's
But you do. It's your security override.
okay.
And the
As
and
chief
the
of
auxiliary
security.
bridge.
Yeah. I had to do it manually.
Okay, sweet. As long as that works, then cool.
Although, Yeah, I'll bring that up later. Yeah, I'll get work started on that, sir. Getting everyone's codes set, and
Let's see if, since everyone has already been vetted, who had codes, we can't speed up the process a little bit. Number one.
Yeah, we can go through people that Di's already looked through, and we can work down from there.
Let's start with our codes first. Number one.
Aye, sir.
Start working on that. And yeah, if I can ever get in touch with Captain Lee, and I am curious to see if the other two ships found any evidence of the
Code.
yeah, the protocol, whatever it is.
Are you asking Mira to communicate with the
Hmm.
two of the vessels?
Can Wartburg and I get our security codes reinstated first?
Yeah, I'm not worried about that. So you
Okay,
guys handle that. I'm not gonna make
Okay.
you roll for it.
No, I'd ask the captains to contact us, so I will wait on that. I will ask Lieutenant Mira to see if she can contact Captain Lee of the Artemis.
Captain, still getting the same response that he seems preoccupied with something.
Huh.
Well, nice of him to rush to our aid. Captain, we informed the station of our distress. I'm surprised they didn't rush to our assistance.
They were quite busy, so they said. And
No,
short manpower.
They did lock down the area to make sure that the Argo would not flee.
Yeah, but Lee's chilling in his recreational activity this time. It's like, Captain, to the bridge. What are you doing? Look, I'm having a great game of tennis. I don't have time for this.
Well, he's not the base captain. He's the captain of one of the starships in orbit.
Yeah,
That's what I mean. If they told the other ships, "Hey, bad things are happening," this guy's like, "Nah, they got this."
No, it's you're probably misreading it. It's not regulation. The first time they said regulation, it's something else.
Oh, okay. If it was the same thing, I was gonna be very mad with that guy, character. Serious?
Mira, put me through to the XO of the Artemis in my ready room. Number one, you have the bridge.
Aye, sir.
Number one. Commander,
Yes.
do you think the captain blames me?
For what?
Knocking out knocking out the whole crew instead of just the people on the bridge.
Oh, that was you. Oh, I didn't know that.
Okay, so now you blame me too.
Yeah.
No. Were you interested in environmental control and put the gas into it?
Yes.
Did you put in the orange valve or the red valve?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
It's the
I
first time I've
goofed on
ever had
that
to do
during
that.
I did that once during my academy test. Yeah, if you mix those up, you end up gassing the ship. Unless you're an engineer, it's not the sort of thing you have to mess with. So it's perfectly fine. Besides, maybe we gave our security guys a chance to comb the ship. So better to gas the whole ship than overgas one room.
Just don't feel bad. It actually created an atmosphere where we succeeded and no one got hurt.
Yeah.
And believe me, as part of the group that wound up accidentally shutting down the power, the captain's not casting any stones.
I just picture the captain. He pulls a little like chip out and just, the whole ship goes off, and he's like, "Oh, that wasn't the right chip."
And as he sat there going, I wonder if he blames me. It's like, no, he doesn't blame you. Paz is like, I wonder if he blames me. It's like, yes, we all blame you.
He's like, Shazam was the one that pulled the chip out. He's like, I just supervised now. Tried to warn him before pulling that chip out. But he just
Anders,
pulled
pull
it
that chip out. Wrong chip, Anders.
All I did was scuff the paint.
No. Give him a bunch of threat.
That's the Argo game.
That's
We're all bold.
just how the
Yeah.
game works.
And in that sense, I love being the cautious character.
Yeah, Di, it looks like you're going to be up for a commendation. The way you've been doing, the way you've been operating.
I doubt that, she says.
I don't know, retaking a ship from hostile forces. I've seen people get commendations for less.
I got somebody killed, she says, and then I wasn't at my post, and I should have been. She looks over, I'm serious. That's in 2 missions.
I wouldn't worry too much about it, Di. I mean, you had your teams here. You were taking what little R&R you can get. It's not something you can fault you for. And you arrived on time, so.
Plus, Dae, if you were on the ship, you would have been taking a nap like the rest of.
As the wise aliens once told me, there's no such thing as coincidence.
It worked out, she says, but I've been stressed, and when you're stressed, you don't see certain things, and I misread the captain's orders. I thought we had an opportunity to be on this station.
Ah. Well, if you're worried, you could probably put in some time with Avalon. Because we've been through a lot, and I'm actually thinking of talking with him myself.
Her.
It's a her. Oh, I've been saying the wrong gender this whole time. I'm gonna. Wonder why she always stared at me like that. Look, I'm not good with the Vulcans, all right?
They have the same secondary sexual characteristics as your own species.
Yeah, Sonadel looks at him like, sir?
Well,
I hoped you could at least. I hope you can at least tell Deltons apart, she says, kind of smirking a little bit.
well, taps at his pad. It doesn't finish the sentence.
She just starts laughing. I get it. It's the bald thing, isn't it? Yeah.
Permission, Commander, to
Get my
Walk the
foot out
ship.
of my mouth? That'd be great.
walk the ship and make sure that everything is still secure. I like to check in with my security teams.
Do that, and once you're done that, have a put in a meeting with Avalop, would you? Seriously.
Yes, sir.
And Haggard will wait to be connected with the XO of the Artemis.
I don't hear shouting. Did you get him across, Mira?
I would say at this time, the connection's established. Captain Haggard, what can I do for you?
Commander, I've been trying to reach your captain. Is everything all right?
Yes, we're going over a battle plan strategy to secure the Argo, but it seems like everything was under control. He was.
Go ahead.
Is everything all right?
Yes, we've taken back control of the Argo, and managed to capture the Orions and Nausicaans with no lives lost. I appreciate you being ready to come to our assistance. Is your captain available now? I have some important information I'd like to share with him.
One moment, I will patch you in. And on screen, roughly about the same age as you are, Captain Ryan Lee.
Captain Lee, thanks very much for preparing to come to our assistance. Fortunately, we were able to take care of it ourselves, but it was a close-run thing. I appreciate you thinking of us.
Well, we were making sure all contingency plans were in place to ensure that the Argo didn't fall into enemy hands, Captain. But I am glad you were rectify the situation. How did they get loose anyway, if you don't mind me asking?
That's part of the reason I've been trying to get in touch with you. I'm sending you some data we discovered in our computer core, actually in the very base programming of the operating system, a protocol which allows, under certain conditions, it shuts down all ship systems and allows access only by a third party, which in our case was Fleet Admiral Marcus of Starfleet Intelligence, who tried to give my XO some illegal orders. Fortunately, he fell outside of our chain of command, so we were able to avoid any further complications. But I'm trying to get the word out to as many captains as possible, but in a lower key kind of way. If we all have this kind of protocol lurking in our ships, there's no telling what might set it off. And believe me, it's unnerving to be in the middle of an action and suddenly everything goes dark around you. I would suggest you would check your own systems. Again, I may be being paranoid, but better safe than sorry. I've also informed Captains Rodier and Manfra of the same. And it was while we were undergoing a level 1 diagnostic, reprogramming some of the base operating system code, we suffered a sudden power outage. And before we could get the power back on, the Nausicaans and Orions overpowered the skeleton security crew left in our brig and made their way to the bridge. Fortunately, I was able to lock down the bridge, and the doctor was able to use anesthetizing gas to render everyone unconscious until our security team could wrap them up.
I see. I'll have my science and engineering teams look at this code that you say is embedded in the ship's computer core.
In the Argos, at least. Hopefully we're an exception. But just on the off chance, like I say, it's unnerving knowing that another entity can take control of your ship right out from under you.
Is there a reason why Fleet Admiral Marcus would do such a thing? He is a highly decorated officer, from my understanding.
Indeed, from everything I know of him, one of Starfleet's finest. I don't know, but whatever happened, whatever protocol it was, alerted him immediately. And Captain, he ordered us to fire on a vessel that, as far as we know, contained the last members of an alien species, fundamentally ordering us to commit genocide. So I don't really know what's going on.
Did he say his reasons for it?
He did not. He informed us that these people were unpredictable and dangerous, which did not fit in with our experiences, as we had already made contact with. Indeed, we were later engaged in a diplomatic settlement as they requested asylum of the Federation. Admiral Marcus may have his reasons, but you don't go about it by shutting down a ship and ordering Starfleet officers to commit genocide. That violates everything we stand for.
It's very true, Captain.
Again, hopefully I'm just being paranoid and everything will check out fine. I am trying to get the word out. If Marcus can do it, someone else can do it. And with that in our ship, there's no telling things don't It is my experience that secrets don't stay secret forever. And with that kind of backdoor into our systems, you can only imagine if the Klingons got their hands on the necessary codes.
It's trouble indeed, Captain.
And if you do find something, let me know. We need to find out how far spread this is, if it's far spread at all.
Understood. We'll keep you informed of what we find here.
Thank you, Captain. And again, thank you for being ready to come to our rescue.
Anytime, Captain. We may be a very small ship, but we do try. Of course, she is 20 years out of date for a refit, but she'll hold her own.
Indeed, my first command was a Hermes. They're fantastic ships. So good luck and happy voyages.
You as well, Captain.
Haggard out.
Screen goes blank. Mirror pages you.
Go ahead, Mira.
We got word from the Fairbank and the Athena captain. They both reported that they have the same protocol embedded in their computer core.
I see. Can you get their captains back online for me? Secure channel.
They don't wish to engage in contact right now because they're going to be in the process of removing the protocol as well.
Fair enough. Then just acknowledge the communication.
Understood.
I head back to the bridge.
Captain on the bridge.
Well, number one, both the Athena and the Fairbanks found the same protocol embedded in their systems. They're taking steps to remove it as well.
That troubles me a lot, sir. That implies that the protocol's been put in through various ships instead of just us.
Well, if it was buried so deep in the basic operating system, I mean, this could be something that's being done at the yards, or at least when the computer cores are upgraded. I mean, from what you were telling me, this was deep in the basic programming. There's something going on, number one, and I don't think I like it.
Any chance we could speak with this Admiral Bob, as he liked to call himself? Maybe get someone a little higher up to help us with this, because there's only so much we can do as a ship.
That's Admiral Robert Bennett to you, sir.
Admiral Bob Bennett. It's a good idea, number one. Mira, can you patch me through to Starfleet Command and Admiral Bennett's office?
Bennett, that's the name.
Again, in my ready room.
Billy Bob Bennett.
Aye, sir. And several minutes pass by. And on the screen appears Admiral Bennett. Ulysses?
Admiral. Good to see you, Bob. I wish I could be calling under happier circumstances, but we've discovered something troubling. You're aware of the protocol that we found embedded in our systems that shut us down until Admiral Marcus let us loose again?
I'm trying to remember if you guys actually even told him.
Yeah, we did, because he was involved in the whole chain of command discussion.
That's right. You told me that he somehow took control of your ship, rendered it useless.
Yeah, we found a protocol buried deep in the core basic programming of the ship's operating system. We had to run a level 1 diagnostic just to get in there, remove it, and reprogram some basic code. We happened to run into the Fairbanks, Artemis, and Athena. and I queried their captains and sent them the information. And the Fairbanks and Athena both report that same protocol is also in the depths of their main computer programming. Admiral, someone's inserting this into the computer codes of Starfleet vessels, and whenever it goes off, it renders us absolutely powerless. And the fact that it's not just the Argo, and that these 3 ships were randomly happened to be the same place, Starbase 21, and 2 of them at least have it in their systems, worries me deeply.
I'll forward the information provided to Starfleet Security. There's still an ongoing investigation involving Fleet Admiral Marcus right now.
Why would he be doing something like this, sir?
For all intents and purposes, there's information that's currently classified and on a need-to-know basis. And unfortunately, right now, you don't need to know. I wish I could give you more answers, Captain, but I cannot at this time.
Understood, sir, but there's something rotten in Denmark, and it's beginning to smell particularly foul.
I'm definitely not liking where this is heading to, Captain, but...
Well, we're here if you need us, Bob, and
just keep doing your job.
Do me a favor and keep your head down back home. Not sure these people are... I'm not sure there's much these people aren't capable of. So please, be careful.
Oh, don't worry about me, Captain. Worry about yourself right now.
Understood. Argo out.
Channel closes.
Go back to the bridge. Well, I've talked to so many people today that my throat's dry. I think time and pastime I take a stroll around the ship myself. Number 1, you have the bridge. If you need me, I'll be on walkabout.
Aye, sir.
Sweet. Well, while on walkabout, would I see the captain? Can I get a little role-playing blurb? The tail end of the game?
Actually, I think this is the perfect time to end it.
End it. What was the title of this one, Prax?
Starbase 21.
Are we